So what was it like when when your family, obviously they talk about so many times when they've tried to find you, get you clean and things. So what was that like then? When did that start? When did they realise, it's really bad, we need to step in?
Um, it's a tough one to think, innit? But listen, there was so many times they tried to intervene and I would deny it. It was only until I eventually said, yeah, I've got a problem, I need to get help. And that was the first time what I'd done was I went to, because I weren't interested in coming off any drugs at the time, but I wanted to tackle the problem. And the only way I could was I found out that you can get on a methadone script for free. It gives you a buzz and you can still dabble on top. So I went and got myself a methadone script without my mum and dad knowing. I was 19 at the time, so I was an adult. They had no say in it, and I come back one day with like fucking bottles of meth, and they were like, "What the fuck's that?" I was like, "I'm on a methadone script. I'm addicted to heroin." And they were like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! So you was addicted to heroin all this time? You've gone on meth, right? When we could have helped you another way." But I just weren't ready. But so many times, there was so many things I'd done during that time, and so many things they tried to do. They tried, and like obviously they haven't got a clue. They haven't got a clue about fucking weed. Never mind heroin. The only things they did know was through Anthony. So it was like a mad catch-22 where people would say to my dad, like, maybe Anthony's got Cullan on drugs, but then my dad's asking Anthony for advice to get him off drugs. It was just mad. But we done fucking holidays. They took me to Spain the one time to do a rattle. The whole 7 days I was just living, like lying on the swimming pool all day in the nights, just spewing up. And then I remember flying back home and I was still on the airplane spewing in the bag, and I just went and scored. It was just like a waste of 7 days. I was 7 days through my detox, getting on the other side, and I went and scored straight away. They tried taking me to my nan's house in Northampton. I caused murder up there, fucking murder. Robbing people, stealing from shops, everything, just causing mayhem up there. My nan almost had a breakdown because of that. I think the maddest one was when my dad went to take me to get my injection. They started looking online for help. What can we do to help him? And there was this place, the Stapleford Centre in Belgravia, Chelsea, and they were paying like £1,500 to £2,000 for an injection. And we went up there, and I still had heroin in my system when I was supposed to be 5 days clean. And because of that, he lost his deposit. They tried everything. They tried everything, literally.
How do you think that affected them then, personally? Not even just as parents, just as people.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But you have no feeling whatsoever. You mean good. You do mean. I don't know how to explain it. You mean well. I love you. I'm sorry. Come here, give me a. But
you're not really sorry because you still need it.
You still do it. It's like when you're an addict, you think of any way possible to keep people happy, but still take the drugs. Yeah. I remember I used to cut my mum and dad's grass, and I think everything was happy because I cut the grass. No, Cole, you're on heroin. Sort your fucking head out, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember I went shoplifting the one year, and it was the first time I ever got my mum and dad presents and my brother presents and, my auntie presents, and I got him everything. I've got him fucking £200 electric toothbrushes, aftershaves, trainers. I've gone ham on the presents, and they're just like, we don't want any of this, Cole. We know it's fucking stolen. We just want you back. We just want you.
That must have been so hard for your mum as well, imagining you as a child constantly running back home, checking if they're there, and now you've gone through this stage in your life and they don't know what's going on, they don't know where you are. Your mum said to me the countless times they'd be driving around town or just driving around Cardiff trying to find you, trying to bring you back home, going out of their mind. So what a complete 180 spin from this kid who won't leave their side to now they're trolling around town, trying to find you, wondering whether you're alive or not, going out of their minds.
Yeah. Loads of times. I remember the old bus station. That was my stomping ground before I started committing crimes and going to prison. I used to basically beg in town. I weren't sitting down begging. We call it tapping. blagging people. You know, I'm stuck. I need to get here. And we hit vulnerable people. I'd hit vulnerable people all the time for money. And they used to come round there and I'd see them. I remember the one time I seen my parents and I could see the worry in my mum's eyes. And have you seen my son? And she was saying this to another addict who was round there. And I seen my mum, but instead of saying, "Mum, everything's okay, I'm here," I just hid. You know, and that was like a school night as well. My mum's a school teacher. Many times, like 3 a.m, she's got school in the morning, and they're driving around docks looking for me. You know, I remember I was on the run on Cathedral Road, living in St. Hilary's Hotel with my ex, and I remember PC Bondy kicked down the door, man, and I think that was my mum and dad who told him. I always thought, who fucking told? How did PC Bond know where I was? But my mum and dad were going on holiday that week, and it was my birthday weekend. And my mum and dad said, like, I was wanted. They were knocking the door every single day for me. We're gonna keep coming till we find your boy, you know. And I met my mum and dad down. I remember meeting my mum and dad down in Seoul Gardens. They said, "Come and meet me. We got some money for you for your birthday." I remember driving down in Seoul Gardens, meeting them there like a fucking drug deal. Like, yeah, giving me my birthday card, give me a hug and a kiss. She just said, "Please, Carl, we're going on holiday now in a week. Please hand yourself in, please." And obviously I told my mum and dad where I was staying. I didn't think anything of it. And the day they went on holiday, I was upstairs in this B&B. And I woke up to my ex fucking slapping me, saying the fucking police are at the door. What the fuck's going on, Carl? You can't leave me, because she was on drugs as well. And I said I'd get her off drugs. And she was like, "You're leaving me with this habit, and you're going to prison. What the fuck?" And PC Bond was at the door, and he was like, "Oh, but he already kicked the door off at the bottom. He kicked the fucking B&B door off, and then he comes up to the door and he was like, "Cullan, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to come out. I'm going to boot this door off." I said, "All right, let me just get changed." I went in the bathroom. I had my last bag of heroin, and fucking I went, and I only found out like years later. My mum and dad rung Bondy. My mum and dad grassed me up. And
Probably
I was like, what the fuck? But I get it.
Best thing for you at the time they go on holiday, they know you're in prison and safe.
Yeah.
Not on the street. Because I bet all sorts going through their minds. Again, I know your mum said, I used to just lie in bed crying, saying, "Pete, just go find him. Just go and find him for me."
Well, you've seen that video. You've seen the video with my nan, innit?
Yeah.
God rest her soul. All she ever wanted was for me to get clean. And on one of my last sentences, she passed away, missed her funeral, everything, you know? But there's a video, and I don't know if I'll put it out. I don't know, because my dad's quite emotional on it, and but I'll get a screenshot and I'll put it up on how thin I was and how ill I am, and they're trying to keep me in the house. Basically, the context of the video is I want to leave the house to go and see my friends. What fucking friends? And my dad saying, "If you leave the house, I've told you, you're not coming back." And I'm arguing with my mum and dad and my nan for ages. And my mum said, "I'm going to record this to show you what you're like." And I look back at it now, and it's like, what the fuck was I doing? My dad's a big guy. My mum's getting old. My nan's like, I'm gonna kill these people with the worry. Do you know what I mean? And it's done everything for me.